These basses are not the extra long 35-inch scale length they are marketed as. Yesterday, the FMIC released their new models for 2022. FMIC stands for Fender Musical Instruments Company, and the brands that they have under their wing include Fender, Squier, Jackson, Gretsch, EVH, and Charvel. What stood out to me is that they released new colors for the Pro Mods and Dimas basses. Especially one thing stuck out like a sore thumb. Last year, I actually bought one of those. I bought the 5-string model in Lambo Green Metallic and with 2 jazz bass pickups. And I got it, and I played it. It sounded great. I even tuned to drop E. That's an octave lower than standard E. And I didn't even need to use any special strings, just a standard 5-string set. I was thinking that this bass is great. I love the extended scale length. It sounds killer. I can feel that the strings are tighter as well. It's easier to play. But then I stumbled upon a post at the Talkbass forum where a user said that they actually ordered one of the 5-string models and they measured it, and lo and behold, it's actually 34-inch scale length. They even took a few pictures of it, and here it is from the 1st to the 12th fret. 17 inches exact. If you double it, you get not 35, but 34 inches. They actually even emailed Charvel about it, and Charvel stated that actually that was a typo on their end. Those were never made as a 35-inch scale length bass. They were only 34. Imagine my disappointment. All along, I have been thinking that I finally found the perfect bass for me. An extended scale length bass that looked great, had the classic vibe. Boy oh boy, was I wrong. I still love the instrument. And I'm pissed that it's not the extended scale length. It's 1 inch, but you know, inches matter. And that brings us to this year and the release of the 2022 models. And I look at the 5-string model, and what do I see? They bring out a black and white 5-string model with a PJ pickup setup. And in the specs, it says scale length 35 inches equals 889 millimeters. So is it actually a 35-inch bass or not? The answer is clear, it's not. Another typo. In the overview, in the flavor text, they actually state that it's a 5-string 34-inch scale bass. So, which one to trust? The specs or the flavor text? And this is actually pretty easy to figure out. Charvel actually posted to their Instagram a picture of all the 4 new basses. 2 4-string models that are advertised as 34-inch scale length, and the 2 5-string basses that are advertised as 35-inch scale length. And if you take a look at that picture, we can see that all the basses are exactly the same length. There's no room for an extra inch there. The bridge is situated at the bottom of the body, and the headstocks are similar size. And yeah, the basses are not in a perfect line. The 4-string basses are actually a bit behind the 5-string basses, but this should not equal the difference out. It should actually enhance it, make it more visible. So what happened after Charvel realized last year they made a mistake? They silently corrected the information to their website. Now, if you take a look at the 5-string from last year, you can see that it's corrected to be a 34-inch scale length bass, 864 millimeters. But if you take a look at all the websites, all the web stores selling that bass, we see because those websites at the time of launch, they take the information that the supplier has and put it directly to their website. This is an automated process. There's no human there. So at the time of launch, we see they took the information for this base, and we can see that they have not updated it since. On Thomann, it says scale 35 inches, scale extra long scale. On the red version, it says scale 889 millimeters, 35 inches. On Music Store Professional, another German store, it says on the product page that this is a 5-string electric bass, 35-inch scale length. On Sweetwater, it says here, specs, scale length, 35 inches. And not with a 1.5? That's not correct. It's not. That's a jazz bass, 4-string jazz bass nut, not a 5-string nut. Fix it. And on undertones, it also states that this one has a scale length of 35 inches, 889 millimeters. So, Charvel fixed their mistake and didn't notify the dealers. I only found out because I looked at the post on a forum. And it seems that they're going to make the same mistake again this year. So, if you're on the lookout for these basses, just know that they are not the extra long scale length that they are advertised as. But they are still really good basses for that money. It's a killer instrument, and I'm really, really sad that it's not 35-inch scale length, because I love this bass. It's a pleasure to play, and I'm definitely gonna get the 34-inch 4-string version of that, because these basses are absolutely killer in quality. The active preamp is great, the playability is top-notch, and it has the best bass sound that I have ever heard in my life. You can check out videos on my channel. And I wish they made a actual 5-string version with 35-inch scale length, because I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Thank you for listening to me rant. I'm gonna do a full review on this bass in a month or two, and if you're interested in that, click the subscribe button. I'll see you next time with better news, hopefully. See ya.